One-on-one here. Yeah, James doubling up the Clippers. Clean up on aisle three. Clean up on aisle three. Someone call someone because there's a cleanup on aisle three as a man is down.
The question I want to ask myself is, who's going to be the MVP of the NBA this year? And after the first round, what is the most intriguing series that you see in the second round? My second thing, and most important, what team is going to shock you that went from the first round to the second round and possibly to take it to the third round? Well, all I'm going to tell you right now is when you hear our predictions to the final, it's going to shock you. I got the coldest podcast in the game. You already know what it is. You already know what we got to do. Cue the music. Let's make this epic. It's me, Michael C. And so it's a like over the mic. Follow me on Facebook at Michael C. or Michael Curtis. You can also follow me on Instagram at The Skybox Pod. And also follow us on Spotify. And you can also check out all our previous episodes on our YouTube channel, The Skybox. But now, I want to introduce you to Epic Perspectives, where we give our epic perspectives in an imperfect sports world. Again, I got the coldest podcast in the game. Got the coldest podcast panel in the game. Let me introduce you first. He is not on his prime, y'all. He is not in his prime. He is not on his prime. Because he's in the twilight. It's my guy, Epic Perspectives Roundtable's very own Coach. What's good with you guys?
What's good with you, Playboy? You looking good. Let's get this on.
Appreciate you. Next. It's been a rivalry when it comes down to me and this guy. It could be either Eagles, Cowboys. Now, it has been Sixers, Knicks. My guy. He is the realest when it comes down to the Cowboys. He is the realest when it comes to those Sixers. My guy. You already know when I stick out the arm and I point to the vein. You know who he is. Daryl T. What's good with you guys?
Let's go.
You already know what I got. I got the coldest podcast in the game. I got the coldest panel in the game. You already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. Let's go into the predictions for the second round in the NBA playoffs. Let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it. Who do you think is going to be the MVP of 2024?
I mean, who it is and who it should be is two totally different things. I think it's going to be Joker, which is rightfully deserved. Who I think it should be is Luka. I don't think it will be Luka based on the fact I don't think many people saw his games, but you're talking about a dude that is putting up 70-point triple doubles, multi 70-point games. He makes 60 points look like 20. You know what I mean? But hats off to Joker, man. He's the most skilled center I've ever seen in regards to attributes of basketball. But I think Luka should have got it this year, but salute the Joker, he's getting it.
I really do. I like what you're saying with that, Daryl. But I'm going to throw another guy out there that has silently went out there and just has been killing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I really feel like just because of where he's at and the market that he's at, he's not going to get the shine of like him being the MVP. But I'm not gonna lie, he's out there doing his thing, and he gets that silent 30, something like that, real easy, smooth 30. I like him this year with Luka. I say those are my top three. I would go in no particular order: Luka, Joker, and Shai Alexander. There, I want to ask you this also. Now, when you have a great player, you got to have a great coach, without a shadow of a doubt. And with that being said, which team do you think their coach, with the strategies that they're going to have, is going to possibly lead them deep into the playoffs?
You know what I mean? You're talking to a guy that's going to have some bias over here. I would say with Nick Nurse. I mean, I think if Doc Rivers is our coach, we lose that 6-point deficit game. I think we lose to the game to Miami Heat as well before the playoffs. I think with Nick Nurse, he has a championship pedigree to him. He knows what it takes to beat legendary teams that had injuries, but that's not here or there. But you know what I mean? He had a legendary run, and he knows what it takes. So I mean, obviously the bias is going to be Nick Nurse. I'll say salute, honorable mention Thibodeau though.
Okay. Well, last time we talked, Coach Twilight, you told me anybody can get it. Anybody can get an upset. Anybody can get it. You see it in the first round, going into the second round. I'm going to ask you this. Do you really feel now anybody can get it now?
You know what? I just started diving into this whole basketball thing. You know, I'm pre-Jordan, Kobe, hate LeBron era, because, you know, everything is handed to, you know, I'm not the one to be handing things out, but I'm really loving the Denver Nuggets. I'm really loving them. They've never had any success back in my era, but seeing what they're doing now is just totally taking me out of my element. And I think it's still possible, but they look like the front runners to take this right now. I love the Sixers, don't get me wrong. They look cute, adorable. You know, the Knicks, you know, I want to see that hard-earned grind like they used to back in the day, you know, the Pat Riley kind of Knicks. But Denver is the one who really surprised me, because I really started diving in, YouTubing the game, watching more of it. So I'm really feeling the Denver thing.
There it is. Don't worry, Coach Twilight. We're a gritty mob. We the gritty mob.
I think y'all can beat the Sixers.
We gon' see. With that being said, we'll be back with the coldest panel in the game and the coldest podcast in the game right after this. Introducing Dobie Energy Drink, the ultimate fuel for your day. It's packed with natural ingredients and a powerful kick. Dobie Energy Drink keeps you energized and focused without the crash. Try Dobie Energy Drink today and experience the true power of energy. Go to www.dobie.gg. Click below the discount code. Use the code Micheal C. Now, back to our show. We're back. You already know who it is. It's Micheal C. So it's a light over the mic. You already know I got the coldest podcast in the game, and I got the coldest panel in the game. And with that being said, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. Now we're looking at these players. Now I'm looking at some breakout players. I need to know who is the player that you're looking at that had just broken out in the playoffs thus far. Daryl, talk to me.
I mean, I'd say players that broke. You got to give it to Brunson, man. I mean, Jalen Brunson set a franchise record for points for the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's single-handedly bringing the Knicks back to prominence where they're supposed to be in the NBA basketball regime, but he is a major factor. As much as a factor on the New York Knicks as Luka is down on the Mavericks. But there's 5 dudes on the court. He got the Bull Robinson, he got the Bull DiVincenzo, Hart, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? They're a bunch of dogs over there, but they got a lead dog. He's a silent assassin too. So big ups. Villanova Wildcat, baby.
Got to be Pennsylvania.
I want to ask you something, Coach Twilight.
Go
Just
ahead.
a little bit ago, I got Ant-Man. Ant-Man was talking. Ant-Man was saying that I'm getting a little bit tired of all the disrespect that's going to LeBron. Since y'all disrespected LeBron, move over, LeBron. It's my time. I got you. Denver, I'm coming. What do you think about Anthony Edwards when it comes down to those Timberwolves against your Denver Nuggets?
I like Anthony Edwards. I ain't seen a dog like that since Kobe. I ain't never seen nobody talk trash like that and back it up. Well, I get goosebumps every time I watch that boy. I said, look at that boy, he look like me in my youth. That's why I'm Twilight. Because if I was in my prime, I'd have dunked on Kevin Durant and talked about his mama too. But that's neither here nor there. He's gonna take Denver at least 6 games. He's gonna take him 6 games.
6 games. 6 games.
6 games. He's gonna give him 6 games. Denver gonna win the series, but he's gonna take him 6.
Daryl, I'm looking at. We're gonna look far in the future now, man. We're going far into the future to the NBA Finals.
Ooh.
What team do you predict that will make the NBA Finals this year in your eyes?
Sixers and blank. But if I had to fill in the blank, I say as quiet as it's kept, bro. It's gonna be the Timberwolves to be in the finals, man. Bro, they got some. You seeing the bull? People ain't paying attention, but they got the bull McDaniels on their squad dropping sometimes a cool 15, 20. They got a bunch of superstars over there, bro, and they hungry, bro. I remember Anthony Edwards' face when he missed that Game 6 3-pointer to win and go to Game 7. I remember thinking in my head, bro, he coming back next year, bro. He's going to use this exactly the same way that Michael Phelps used that bronze medal when he was 16 years old in the Olympics. He go skyrocket. He got something in him. I agree with Twilight. He got something. You don't see it in no drills. You won't see it in some NBA combine pickup game, but bro, it's something. You got that dog. And he got that dog with Max. He's like a more skilled Jimmy Butler. Like, it's crazy to even say that.
Yeah, I like that. That's a real good comparison. Twilight, who do you like in the finals? If you could just predict it right now. Denver and
the Knicks.
I like that.
I just wanted to do that because I know.
Nice. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Denver. The East just always let me down. It's just it's one of good friends. I'm nobody's second choice, so I'm gonna go with the Knicks.
All right, I'll take that. If I would predict, I would go with, again, of course, the Knicks. I like Knicks in Denver. Any final thoughts, Daryl?
Your picks aren't good.
Coach Twilight, any final thoughts?
I just want to wish everybody a great week. It's been a rough one for Coach Twilight. You know how it is. I would, since this is the basketball topic, I will leave the football topic alone. You know, Ezekiel's back, and it just gave me all kinds of headaches.
You already know, my man. You already know. Thank you for tuning in to Epic Perspective, where we gave our epic perspective in imperfect sports world. If you want any questions or concerns, email us at the number one skybox at gmail.com. It's Coach Twilight, y'all, and it's Carol P, y'all, and the rest of them will be back later. But you already know what it is. I got the coldest podcast in the game, and I got the coldest panel in the game. You already know what we got to do, and I'm gonna tell you this. You already know when it comes to those NBA playoffs, they doing these words.
Let's go Sixers!
If you like that episode and a lot more, click this video right here, and we'll be back with you soon. Remember, let's make it epic.